Civic Museum and find out how the University of Guelph has been improving lives in our community as well as around the globe. The University of Guelph is celebrating its 50th anniversary. We're here at the Guelph Civic Museum to view an exhibit the U of G students have put on to commemorate this event with pieces that demonstrate the university's contributions to building a better planet. Let's go take a look. So we're here with Susan at the Guelph Civic Museum in Guelph, obviously. So Susan, what are we looking at here?
This is a part of the university's 50th anniversary exhibit we have installed here at the Guelph Civic Museum. We had 3 courses of students come through the program, and we've developed an exhibit that looks at the last 50 years of the university's history, highlighting its achievement as seen through the 4 pillars of the Better Planet Project. These are health, environment, communities, and food. And right here, we are in the One Health pod of the exhibit, looking at the RoboGuts model. RoboGuts was developed to study inflammatory bowel disease, which is a very prevalent hospital disease that affects many, many patients. So what Alan Versace here has done has been to create an artificial bowel. So we have food in the stomach here, and what we have is food. Each individual has their individual poo signature with with different bacteria in it, and you can have your own basic fingerprint about the bacteria that's in your poo. What Emma's doing is studying the makeup of that bacteria in order to determine how she might be able to introduce good bacteria to fight the bad bacteria that would be then introduced into the hospital system or the medical system to fight this incredibly terrible disease that happens in most hospitals in North America and around the world.
Touchdown confirmed. Receive on
Susan, so what are we looking at here?
This is a model of the X-ray spectrometer that was developed for the Mars rover Curiosity. Very few people know that the University of Guelph works with the Canadian Space Agency and NASA to work in outer space, not only on the Mars missions, but to determine how we can prolong life in outer space. Our role in this particular project was to develop the spectrometer model that goes on the end of the Curiosity instrumentation. You can see here on the little model.
And the little arm there with the arrow?
Arm, okay. Right at the end of the red arrow. And its job is to actually do all the investigation when the Curiosity travels over the surface on Mars, and it will pick up particles from the Earth and rocks and things like that, and determine what their chemical makeup is, and send that information back to Earth. So some of the amazing discoveries that have happened is that with the help of this device, we have discovered that there was once water on Mars, and most recently we've discovered that there was hydrocarbons or carbon on Mars, which indicates that there was either plant life of some sort, and that we're getting ever closer to determining whether there was life that was once sustainable on Mars.
That is fascinating, and to know that the university was involved in that, it's incredible. I'm excited to talk about it. Susan, so tell us about this one.
Old Jeremiah and Griff are a part of the community pillar in the 50th anniversary exhibit here at the Guelph Civic Museum. Community is very, very a big part of the life at the university. Old Jeremiah is the name of the cannon, and it's been on campus since 1878, when it was brought in to teach the students, the boys, at the Ag College about gunnery. That they could help fight great world wars and whatnot. Since then, though, the cannon has been moved all over campus, and it's become a symbol of student life. You can see that it's painted here. The people on campus today, the cannon is painted on any anniversary and by any committee. Class groups paint it. Even people who come for events and for courses and conferences paint the cannon.
Oh, nice.
So what we've done in this exhibit is we've shown some of the layers of paint. In about 3 or 4 years ago, we had a fine art student who actually delayered, took all the paint off the cannon.
And that's what's left?
Yes, put some here.
Paint.
That's right. And And we have an artist on campus named Peter Wolf who has taken those sections of the paint and actually airbrushed them and polished them up, and now has a great collection of photographs of that painting.
That'd be interesting to see, definitely.
The interactivity part of this part of the exhibit is that we can't provide paint here at the museum to read your name or your message on the cannon, but what we have done is provide stickets, and you can write your message about what you remember about the University of Guelph and what you think about this museum, and actually post it on the cannon. And we'll collect those, and they're going to be all posted on our 50th anniversary website.
I think I was a little bit shocked when I found out how positive the findings were. In the test areas, anemia has pretty much disappeared altogether, which is absolutely astounding. It was far exceeded what we had expected.
So, this is a fish. What's a fish doing here like this?
This is a great story of the lucky ironfish, and it's a very good example of Guelph's international community service. Guelph has been known historically for its practical applications of science, and the lucky ironfish actually brings in the quadruple bottom line in terms of sustainability. I hope you watch the video with Chris Charles in it, because it speaks to the fact that this solution that was brought to rural communities to provide them with a dietary source of iron is valuable in terms of the societal norms, the economy, the health, and the environmental aspects of the solution to a local problem.
Come celebrate the university's 50th anniversary at the Guelph Civic Museum. The exhibit will remain open until July 1st.
Stay tuned, we'll have more Grand River Living after the break.